So let me ask you something really quick. Why is it that some people keep seeing 111, whatever it may be, everywhere, while someone else can keep seeing 222 or 444 all day long? Why do certain numbers follow certain people? Because if angel numbers, aka sacred numbers, were random, everybody would see the same ones, but they don't. Some people are in phase 1, some people are in phase 4, some people are in phase 9, where life is just literally ending chapters left and right. And once you understand what these numbers represent, you're going to start realizing something way deeper. These aren't just numbers, they are sacred codes from the universe. And your brain, which is basically a biological computer, is learning how to read them, okay? What's up, guys? Welcome to Vixenafterdark. Thank you so much for staying tuned in, tapping, and turned on. And we are on episode number 3 of the Sacred Codes series. So I advise you to watch number videos 1 and 2 first, and then tap into this one, because we're going to dive deep into the programming of these numbers, okay? So let's go ahead and tap in. Now, when you have spiritual awakenings, something strange happens. Your mind starts noticing patterns that you can't just ignore, okay? And maybe back in the day, you used to ignore them and not pay attention. Why is it that you hear people repeating numbers, or you see repeating numbers? You see synchronicities. You notice the timing of certain things. The reason that this happens is because your brain is unprogramming old belief systems. And when the brain uninstalls old software, you can think of it as a reboot, just like a computer. And that's why awakening feels sometimes like confusion, or you can have an identity shift, or it's like an emotional roller coaster of waves, okay? And then you start to question everything. Your brain is literally rewiring itself. And while that's happening, the universe, your higher self, is sending you sacred codes, aka downloads, to upgrade you. All right? Now, let's kind of talk about why certain numbers follow certain people. I want you to think of each number like a teacher, okay? Or even better, think of it like a character in a documentary about your life, okay? Because this is your movie. Everyone shows up when you're learning a lesson. Think about it. When you've sat at a restaurant and it's empty, you order your food, and all of a sudden a flood of people start coming in, okay? Some people you catch eye contact with, and some people you don't. And you start to notice this and recognize, are these fillers? What is this? Who are these people? It was totally empty. That means you're learning something, okay? Let's kind of tap in. For example, some people keep seeing ones, 111, 1111. That means they're learning independence and identity. Some people see twos everywhere. That means they're learning balance, okay? And learning to regulate their emotions. So that means to really focus on you and make some decisions, or you may just have tons of ideas. Others constantly see 444. That's just the universe saying, slow down and really build your foundation if you want support, stability, safety, all wrapped into a pretty bow, right? The numbers that you see the most reveal the stage of evolution you're currently in, okay? I want to dive into the sacred code personalities. Now, each number is like a personality archetype. Okay? Let's go to 1. The 1 energy. Now, if you're seeing 111 or lots of ones, you're becoming a leader of your own life. You have spent years living based on other people's expectations. But now your mind is waking up. So the code 1 shows up when you're learning to say, I decide who I am today. I decide what I want to do today. Because this is your identity reboot. Okay? Let's say you are seeing lots of 2s. Okay? You keep seeing 222. You're learning emotional intelligence. So you might be someone who feels everything very deeply. It's as if you absorb people's energy. Sometimes you might even struggle with boundaries. Okay, so the 2 code is just teaching you to have some sort of balance. So it's really forcing you to go inward, not isolate, not overgive, but just to go inward and find a nice balance. Okay. Let's say, for example, you are the energy of 3, okay? You constantly see 333 everywhere you go. That means your voice is waking up, okay? You probably have been a person that has been quiet most of your life, or just afraid to truly express yourself in an authentic way, or a person that kept their real thoughts inside. So now the universe or your higher self is saying your voice matters, because 3 is the number of creativity, communication, and expression, honey. Okay? Now, let's say you're seeing 444. If 444 follows you everywhere, your life is restructuring. Sometimes this shows up when everything feels chaotic. It feels as if you're having a tower moment and everything can be crumbling, okay? But behind the scenes, your life is building a stronger foundation. 4 is structure, 4 is stability, 4 is grounding. So think of it like that, okay? The 5 energy. If you're constantly seeing 555, that means you're about to pivot. Your whole entire life is going to pivot. That means some sort of change is coming in, okay? This can mean a new location, a new job, a new relationship. This could be a new mindset, a new career path, whatever it may be. 5 shows up when you're too comfortable, aka your comfort zones have expired. Because living in a comfort zone, you will be stagnant. And knowing you probably want to be moving and doing things and living out your goals and dreams and aspirations. So it's letting you know, hey, you're too comfortable. Switch it up. Or we're going to switch it up for you. Something is about to shift. Let's say if you're seeing a lot of 6s, the 6 energy person is, 6s or 666. 6 may appear very often. That's a balance correction. So what that's saying is you might be overthinking, you might be overanalyzing, you might be overworking, you might be overgiving. So 6 is letting you know to bring the harmony back to your heart. Okay, starting from the root chakra all the way up. Okay, you're going all the way up, decalcify your pineal gland. What are you putting in your body? Things of that nature. Your health as well, right? If you're seeing a lot of 7s, so the 7 energy person, seeing 777 means that your intuition is on point, okay? Your intuition is strengthening. So this phase often brings tons of solitude. It's like you have more introspection, you have more clarity, You're curious, but you also have a clarity with your curiosity. You're setting intentions. This is where you definitely have leveled up and you're learning to now trust your inner knowing and not have to depend on anybody else, okay? If you're an 8 energy person, if you see 88 or 888, your relationship with power is changing. What does this look like? Your authority, your leadership, your money, okay? 8 is about knowing your worth and knowing your value. If you're a 9 energy person, 999 just means something is ending. This could be a relationship, this could be your lifestyle, this could be your money bag, this could be you're ending a chapter, this could be your identity is shifting. There's a lot of endings, but you'll know because after that, you're going into a year of 1 or an energy of 1. So that means that something new and profound is going to happen. So you're completing something in the energy of 9. It's not destruction. There's some things that you can control and that you can't control. I would take that as evolution, okay? Now, let's kind of tap into the timeline shift. Let's connect this to something even deeper. Numbers don't just reveal lessons, they reveal a shift in the timeline. We are living in the world of duality. There are multiple timelines playing out. And every time you walk through a door, you're shifting your timeline. Doors are portals. Every time you wake up, you're a new version in a new timeline. Right before a major life change, numbers that appear more frequently, you will start to notice them. This could be on clocks, on watches, receipts, license plates, okay? Random places that you go, you'll just notice these numbers. Sometimes you'll receive a mixed number, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 9, 8, 1, 8, 3, 1, 3. Whatever it may be, you add them up. Your brain just automatically calculates to a sum of a number, okay? This is because your consciousness is approaching a new version of reality. So your mind senses this and starts working before you even start to see your life change, okay? It's as if it's prepping you or informing you or giving you a cliff note. Hey, something's about to happen. And it's up to you to really tap into that energy. Because numbers act like mile markers, okay, that are on the road. I literally was just, where are we at? On a snow hike the other day, and it said 29. My brain automatically calculated as 11, 1, 1. Automatically, I didn't have to sit there and be like, okay, what's, like if it's like a lot of numbers, like you'll just get into it. It's your brain resetting. Let's talk about that. Your brain resets when you start seeing codes way more often. So what's happening? Your brain is doing 2 things. Okay? It's uninstalling the old programming, okay, and installing your new identity software in here, okay? That's why awakening can feel like, who am I anymore? What do I like to do? What do I want to do right now? This is why people switch up their interests, their hobbies, places they go, people they talk to. I can go on a whole long list. It's because the version of you that existed before is gone and you're being upgraded. Think of it like walking up stairs, crystalline stairs. Okay? So if certain numbers follow you, don't panic. Don't obsess over it either. Just observe it, take it in, because these sacred codes are not here to control you. They're just here to guide you. Think of it as confirmation city is what I like to call it. They show up when you're learning something important in that moment, in that chapter, in that page, in that sentence of your life. They show up when your identity is evolving. They show up when your consciousness starts expanding, okay? So the next time you see 111, 444, 555, okay, don't just Google it. Pause for a second. You can do that. What's that exercise that I gave you, I think, in episode 1 or 2? You can do that. And really ask yourself one simple question. What is the universe trying to teach me right now? Because the answer is already unfolding in your life.